Hello gems, Leah from Red Emerald Yoga. Welcome back to my channel for today's reading. Today we're going to be using Dog Tarot and we're going to be doing a spread called Best Friends Forever. So I thought, yeah, what's better than Dog Tarot for this? So just like this, we're going to cleanse the space. Fair warning, you might hear my neighbor using their shop vac. They're remodeling. We're just going to go ahead and continue with this reading as normal. Don't mind this old crusty guidebook. Okay, let's see. Before we begin, I invite you to come to a comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall, elongating your spine, and bring your awareness to your breath. Notice what it's doing and how you feel right now in this moment. I invite you to close your eyes and set an intention for your reading, an intention to be open, to be receptive, and to allow yourself to be fully present. Taking one more deep inhale, exhale, and breathe your eyes open. Okay, welcome to today's Pick a Pile. So we are going to be using these 3 items here. I think, what is this called? Desert Rose. We have pyrite and a little shell. It's really pretty. It's got like some pretty spots on it. This is like cemented in, that won't come out. But that is what we're going to be doing. Let me take a look at this spread. So this is a 6-card spread. Okay, let me change my camera angle really quick just so we can invite you into this space. So you could feel like you're here with me. This is as good as it gets in YouTube land. So whichever pile is most drawing your attention, that will be your pile, whether you are the Desert Rose, the pyrite, or the little seashell. Okay, we're going to draw for each pile, and then you're going to jump down to the timestamp below for your reading. And this is going to be the first time I've used this deck in a public reading. I've used it in private readings, and both me and my clients really enjoyed it. Just never got around to doing one in a public reading. This deck is not fully broken in, by the way, in case you can't tell. Let's see. What do our viewers need to hear? Best friends forever. So this is going to be a spread. We're looking for loyal friends, friends who are going to stick with you through thick and thin. This does not mean that you get to be a bad friend, okay? It's just we are looking for healthy friend relationships here. Okay. So for pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay, and then I'll leave this here just in case we need any clarifiers. Oops. Okay, so which deck is most drawing your attention, gems? Pile 1, we have this Desert Rose. Pile 2, the pyrite. And pile 3, this little shell with this little patch of prettiness on it. I don't know if that's camera's picking it up, but that little patch right there is really pretty. That's what caught my eye when it was in the water. Okay, jump down to the timestamp below and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile one. Desert Rose, this reading is for you. So let me grab my book so I can see how the spread is set up. Okay, so we have card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, card 5, and card 6. I'll move my camera because that's like kind of to the side. There we go, that'll work. All right, pile 1, let's begin. Card number 1, what you bring to the friendship. Ace of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you're not afraid to make difficult decisions. You're not afraid to tell people the truth. You're not afraid to say no. You're not, when your friend asks, does this outfit make me look fat? You're not afraid or intimidated to say, you know what, friend, that's not the most flattering outfit on you. That I can see your underwear. I can see your butt in those leggings. You know what I mean? When you bend down and downward dog, we can see everything. You're comfortable discussing things that other people are not comfortable with. Card number 2, what your friend brings. The Moon. You are looking for a friend who brings magic and mystery, who you guys can talk about. I feel like these would be like things that are esoteric, spiritual, the woo, the taboo. This might even be astrology. This could be things like, I'm looking at the crab. It very well could be Cancerian energy. Okay, but like there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of depth. You're looking for a friend who does more listening than speaking. Very intuitive. I feel like this person could even have mom-like energy. Okay. Card number 3, issues or concerns. All right. The 8 of Pentacles. I don't know if they call this in this deck treats or balls or whatever. I don't remember, but it's like the 8 of Pentacles. You're concerned about being repetitive. You're concerned about, is your friend going to perceive you as being boring? Or is your friend going to be boring and not what you're looking for? Just kind of like the same old that you've had, and that's not really what you're looking for. How to navigate through those issues. Two of Wands. I'm wondering if you've spent a lot of time looking on social media or other people's relationships, and you're almost to the point where you know exactly what you want. But in order to get what you want, you're going to have to leave behind what you have or what you had. And you're kind of at a spot like, oh, like one foot is in the door, you know what I mean? And one foot's out. But like in order to go out and get that, in order to go out and explore, in order to go out and expand in your friendship relationships, you're going to have to take that foot outside of the door. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. If you're looking for something new, if you're looking for something that's not exactly like what you've already had, what you've outgrown, you're going to have to take that step in a new direction. See, looking back at what you've had, and there's like all of this storm over here. It could be, oh, what if these people don't like me? What if they judge me? What if this? What if that? I feel like this card is saying you're going to have to take that chance. You're going to have to take that risk. But first, you've got to establish what it is that you're looking for so you recognize it when you find it. It's starting to sound like it's a relationship reading, but yeah, that's true. Your friends are like relationships. just a different kind of relationship. Card 5, how to honor and nurture the friendship. So when you find what you're looking for, the Emperor, I feel like that would be working on a strong foundation, okay? Not getting carried away, being true to who you are, establishing guidelines, establishing boundaries, even though this friend may be, mystical and full of wonder and you want to pick this person's brain. The cards are saying, keep your foundation, keep a level head. See how things play out. Get to know this person slowly. You don't need to know everything about them in a day. Go slowly. This is chess, not checkers. And that sounds a little weird because we're not trying to win, or we're not trying to one up our friend or manipulate them. But you are trying to keep yourself from being one upped. You are trying to keep yourself from being manipulated. So I feel like that's the reason for like a boundary, or setting us like just a really strong foundation with your friend, really laying that groundwork, seeing what they're made of. And if they have what it takes, well, you guys will have the tools. You guys will have exactly what you need to build on, to grow, to expand this friendship. Maybe you build your network, but you've got to go slow. Rome was not built in a day, okay? Card 6, how to stay friends forever. Six of Cups. I feel like this would be playing nice with others, not getting jealous of their friends, not getting intimidated by their friend groups. You go out and you meet their pack. There's, obligatory tripod bump. There's, not literally, I hope, but there's going to be some butt sniffing. You're going to get to know each other. They're going to be sniffing you out. Don't get intimidated. Don't get uncomfortable. Again, boundaries. If things are inappropriate, then let them know. Then, a dog gets a little out of hand and then they nip, they're like, hey, no, that's not acceptable behavior. The pack will kind of keep the dogs in check. But I feel like it's playing well with others, knowing your place in the pecking order. You're the newcomer. So when you come around the friend group, like, don't expect all of the attention from your friend. There's a pecking order. Where do you fit in it? And vice versa. Okay. So pile 1, this concludes your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. Drop a comment below letting me know what you thought about it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, gems. Bye for now. Okay, pile 2, pyrite. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see, how did this go? This was card number 1, card number 2, cards 3 and 4. Card 5 and 6. Okay, let's see. Let's begin. Card number 1. What you bring to the friendship. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Ooh. I feel like you bring up a bit of emotional turbulence to friendships. I feel like when wounded, when a friend is wounded, you might be the one who can really strike back and hit somebody where it hurts emotionally, in their feelings. I feel like you can bring almost like a pity party type of energy to friendships. I'm not saying that's all you bring, but this is something that the cards want you to really pay attention to. And I feel like in the meantime, while you're looking for this forever friend, this is something that you need to work on. Okay, I feel like this would be like, oh, poor me, oh, and just talking about the times that you have been hurt and the times that people have hurt your feelings and the times that you have been offended and, just a very wounded type of energy. Card 2, what your potential friend brings. This is what you want your friend to be like, okay? This is the type of energy you want in that relationship. Let's see. Knight of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you want someone who's going to come save you. You want someone who's going to lick your wounds. You want someone who's going to be very attentive to you. But you're not like the Knight of Cups is a messenger. Messengers don't bring a message and then stay. Knight of Cups have to go out and, they move on. Knight of Cups is also like, it can be very romantic, like a lover boy, right? But they move on. They're not there forever. And then I'm really drawn to how this dog has 3 legs. He's missing a leg. And I feel like the kind of energy that you're looking for is also somebody wounded. Also somebody who has problems, but you want them to fix you. Or I could feel like you're looking for somebody who's not fully healed themselves. And, maybe it's because they won't judge you. Or if they're not perfect, they're not going to leave you because they're imperfect too. But you're looking for somebody to fix you. You're looking for somebody to solve your problems. Like you're looking for a friend, but the relationship that usually ends up happening is you position yourself as wounded, you position yourself as needy, and then you end up finding somebody who's kind of like a fixer, and they're constantly trying to fix you. But this person also needs some of that energy too, because the people that you're finding, people that you're drawn to and that are drawn to you, they're also not fully healed, and they need it to go both ways. But it's kind of just being a one-sided relationship. What you think that you want in a person is probably not the best friend for you. It's not the ideal friendship for you. Card 3, issues or concerns. Issues or concerns. Okay, so 8 of Swords in the reverse. The 8 of Swords is, it's kind of like refusing to be a victim. Okay, it's like, yeah, these things happened, but I'm not helpless. I'm not just going to lay here and be like, oh, look at these treats won't come in my mouth. I'm hungry, but I can't get them because nobody gave them to me. They didn't want me to have them. It's in the upright, it's very much like, oh, woe is me, pity party energy. And in the reverse, it's refusing to be a victim. Okay. So in the reverse, he's going to roll over and he's going to get the treats, or he's going to try the trick again. He's going to do whatever is in his power to overcome his situation. And I feel like that's the energy that you need to start embodying now, so you attract a friend who is going to help you grow. So you can help your friend grow. Together, you are so much stronger than just taking energetically from your friend. I'm not saying that it's physical, but it's like an energetic feeding. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting. It's like a feeding, especially with all these treats here. And then this, it's just like, she doesn't want the actual food. She wants the energetic fuel. Card 4, how to navigate through those issues. Knight of Wands in the reverse. I love that it's a wiener dog. I don't know if you're familiar with wiener dogs, but I have had wiener dogs for probably 24, 25 years. Um, they are stubborn, man. They are like the most stubborn breed, probably. I don't know. Maybe there's one more stubborn than a wiener dog. Drop it down below if you know of one. But as far as I'm concerned, wiener dogs are the most stubborn dogs on the planet. They don't care what you say. If you tell them, no, you can't do that, they're like, BS. I can totally do that. Look at the stick he's holding. He doesn't care what kind of mountains or challenges he has to overcome on these little tiny legs. He's got the heart of a lion. He's not afraid of anything. So how to navigate through those issues? Find the spirit of your inner dachshund, your inner wiener dog. Don't let anybody tell you can't do that, pile 2 person, or oh, because of what you went through, oh, poor thing. You think a wiener dog cares that they have tiny little legs? Hell no, they're climbing up hills. You know, they'll go on 12-mile hikes with me up through Johnson's pasture in Claremont. That's an intense hike. You know, my wiener dogs do, and have older wiener dogs, you know, they've done things that people could not believe. One of my wiener dogs used to go whitewater rafting. We used to take him on 13-mile rafting trips. He'd have his little life jacket, and they were class 4 rapids at the Kern River. That's an intense river. You know, my wiener dog, he was fearless. One of my wiener dogs, she goes surfing. You know, my little wiener dog, he was completely paralyzed from the neck down. And people would tell me, oh, you know, it's the most humane thing would be to put him down. I was like, whatever, get out of my face. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. And I was able to bring him back. And he's going on a couple years now since that happened. And he's just larger than life. He has no problems now. We treated him holistically. Anyways, that's not the point. But I mean, he's doing things that everybody said he would never be able to do. They were telling me like, oh, you should just put him down. Like, bullshit. He's a wiener dog. Wiener dogs will surprise you every time. This is how you navigate through these issues. Conjure your inner wiener dog. Get wiener dog statues, little figurines. Get a wiener dog shirt. Get a wiener dog if you're up for it. But like, harness that energy of the wiener dog. Watch wiener dog movies, not like the Wiener Dog movie. That movie is horrible. But yeah, like other things about wiener dogs. You know, look at on social media, wiener dogs. They're hilarious. They're tenacious little beasts. Card 5, how to honor and nurture the friendship. Knight of Swords. Now we are coming into our first upright card. So just because there are reverse cards in the first 4, it doesn't mean it's a bad reading. It's just showing you like, hey, this is the energy of your reading. Okay, so Knight of Swords. How to honor and nurture the friendship. I feel like you need to talk about things that are other than your feelings. Allow your friend to talk about their feelings without turning it into your feelings. I feel like it's like extending a cup, like you're giving that person, you're letting them wet their tongue, giving them their opportunity to speak. You don't always need to be the one talking. I feel like she's holding the water, the microphone. She's giving him the talking cup. I don't know, but that's the energy I'm getting. Like she's giving it to him. It's his turn now. Making sure that you listen just as much as you talk. Being there for your friend. I think he's a pit bull. This pit bull is thirsty. He's in need of something. And this person, I'm not surprised to see that it's on your side of the reading, is extending what that person needs. Here you go, friend. I got your back. I'm looking out for you. Card 6, how to stay friends forever. King of Wands in the reverse. I love how he's wearing a lion's mane, but he's not actually a lion. I feel like this is finding your courage, finding a piece of clothing. I don't know if you're male or female, whatever. Like, it could be an accessory, it could be a lip balm, it could be a hairstyle, it could be something that makes you feel a little bit more confident than you normally do. Maybe tapping into a little bit of glamour magic, painting your nails, when you apply your makeup, when you do your hair, when you get dressed, you know, you're like enchanting it and you're like, this is how I want people to perceive me. When I wear this, this is the energy that I'm tapping into. And that's what this King of Wands is doing with this lion hood on, his little bonnet. He's not really a lion. He doesn't really have the courage yet. Not yet. He hasn't fully tapped into that wiener dog energy yet, but he is making a conscious effort. Kind of like, I don't want to say fake it till you make it, but he's like putting this on as a way of boosting his confidence. Like, every time I see this bracelet, it's going to remind me of this. Every time I see this ring on my finger, it's going to remind me of this. Every time whatever, you know what I mean? He's remembering his strength. He's remembering his confidence. He's remembering that he's funny and people actually do like him. He doesn't have to be afraid to talk, even though he gets a little bit of anxiety when he's in a crowd of new people. He's putting on his lion bonnet, and he's going to muster up the strength and the courage to crack that joke in front of these people, these strangers. He's going to muster up the courage, you know, to step out of his comfort zone and go hang out with his friends' friends. Or to go to a new place, you know, a new pub, a new bar, a new restaurant, a new surf break. You know, he's going to go meet some new people with his friends, even though he's not really comfortable. Like, oh, how am I going to be perceived there? I don't know if I'm out of my league. I don't know if these people are going to like me. He's going to put on something that makes him a little bit more comfortable. That reminds him to be confident. Reminds him to just take a breath and go for it. To listen to other people, give them their space, allow them to talk, making sure it's an equal exchange. You are not a victim, pile 2. You are not a victim. You do not need to feel sorry for yourself, and other people do not need to feel sorry for you either. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Drop it down below in the comments which card you felt like it was really speaking to you. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed your reading, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's set up your cards. Okay, so we have card 1, and then card 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Okay, are we all on camera? Pretty much. Yep, okay. All right, let's begin. Card number 1. What you bring to the friendship. 4 of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you're not a boring person. You're not restrained. You don't hold back. You're just like, boom, there it is. Where other people might feel the need, might feel the urge to hold back, to restrain. You don't have that. You're just like, you're kind of like an open book. Sometimes that's received well, and sometimes not so much, but that's who you are. Take it or leave it. Pile 2, or I'm sorry, card number 2. What your friend brings. So this is like your potential friend, what you're looking for in a new friend. Ten of Cups in the reverse. So you're not looking for somebody like this one. I feel like this is a very accomplished, a very achieved, kind of like I have everything I need, but they're always talking about it. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so this, I'm so, you're not looking for that. You kind of want somebody who's open about their issues, who's open about their problems, how screwed up they are. You're like, you want somebody kind of like you, who doesn't hide their imperfections, I guess, who doesn't hide what they're feeling, who doesn't hide, this is like a tricky situation, who doesn't hide their wounds, their emotional traumas and their triggers. But like that, I feel like that should develop slowly over time, because I don't feel like it's really healthy to share all of that information with a stranger. Okay. But you're looking for somebody who's pretty much emotionally available, but like doesn't pretend like they're perfect. Card 3, issues or concerns. Six of Pentacles. I'm really drawn to these justice scales in the back and how they're tipped. Issues or concerns. I feel like again, I felt like there, like I had a little bit of a hesitation, like, ooh, we don't want to get into oversharing right away. And then like the scale is tipped, because like if we get into oversharing, then we start establishing like, oh, you know, it can go one of two ways. Like, oh, it establishes like, oh, I've been through this, and so now I expect you to treat me like this. Okay. Or it can turn into like a person's oversharing, and then now the other person has the tools on how to manipulate that person. And concern would just be like, definitely on sharing, like how much a person is sharing, right? That could be verbally, emotionally, but also physically, like making sure, you want to make sure that it's a balanced relationship. Yeah, you're an open book, you know, take it or leave it, but maybe don't overshare, you know, right away. They don't need to know everything. Okay. Maybe some restraint at some times is called for. Okay. Card 4, how to navigate through those issues. Seven of Swords. I feel like they're earned. Normally, Seven of Swords, I get kind of like a taking what's necessary, like doing anything that is necessary by any means possible. But this one, I kind of feel like it's earned, you know. This dog is doing tricks for treats, and I'm kind of like thinking about my wiener dog. One of my wiener dogs, she loves doing high fives, and she'll do high fives all day long, especially if you ask her questions. I say that she's a fortune teller. She'll answer yes or no questions with high fives. My other dog will not ever do anything that you tell him to do. He will not follow any command unless he wants to. If you have a good enough treat, he'll sit there and he'll do high fives and he'll shake and he'll do fist pumps and he'll slide you some skin, but he's not doing any of that unless the treat is worth it. So I'm kind of getting that kind of vibe, because it's Seven of Swords type of energy. So I feel like it's that second dog of mine type of energy, where it's like he's only going to do these tricks. He's only going to do this thing if it benefits him. Like if he sees a reason. Like, you're not just going to make me do high fives for nothing, like just to make a joke out of me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do a high five and I don't mind doing it, but there has to be an equal exchange of energy happening here. You better be offering something to me. Equal exchange of energy. I feel like that is definitely coming through with these two cards here. It's also making sure that you're not just like performing these tricks, okay, to make the other person happy or to make the other person like you, or you're not going to like share or make up stories or do things Even tricks. Yeah, like I kind of feel like you're like unrestrained, no holds bar. Like, don't put yourself in uncomfortable, compromised situations. Don't put yourself in positions where you lose your self-control to make other people like you, to make other people laugh, to make other people smile, to make other people accept you. Don't put yourself in a compromising position, okay? That's not the way to win friends. At least not the ones who actually matter. How to honor and nurture the friendship. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Honor and nurture the friendship. I feel like this would be having restraint. Like this would be having like a little bit of restraint in like when you're partying, when you're like this would be like not overindulging in alcohol or drugs. If you see your friends getting out of hand or like doing things that are probably not in their best interest, kind of reining them in, helping them have self-control, and allowing your friend to do the same for you. Really being there for each other. This guy's like tripping up on these leashes. And I feel like it's not letting your friend fall on their face. Being around friends who don't allow you to fall on your face. How to stay friends forever. I love it. 2 of Swords. He's really sitting and he's evaluating, which treat do I want? Do I want this? I don't know what it is. I'm just going to call it ice cream. Do I want the ice cream, or do I want the red bone, or do I want the green bone? I don't know. He's not just jumping in. He's not just being impulsive. He's really thinking about the situation before him. He's being decisive. He's answering honestly. He's weighing the options before him. Like these are when situations arise, like really finding out all the information and then giving your friend an honest, reasonable answer. When your friend comes to you for advice, or when your friend comes to you for a favor, or like really asking you something serious. There's like a serious issue at hand. I feel like it's not just like jumping on the bandwagon of everybody else, or even on your friend's bandwagon. You know, you're looking at the situation honestly, and you're assessing it, and you're making a wise, intelligent response. His eyes are open. He can see clearly. He is thinking and making decisions for himself. I feel like that is going to take you so far, pile 3. You've got to be able to make your own decisions. You cannot allow your friends to fully influence how you think, how you speak, how you behave, you know, any of that, like social media, you know, the news, the TV. Think for yourself. Carry that with you into the friendship. So pile 3, this concludes your reading. I hope it made sense. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for hanging out with me. Drop a comment below letting me know which card you felt was speaking right to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, gems. Bye for now.